Here I am going to show you how to use the TI-Nspire to enter in data into the spreadsheet, as well as trying to find the one variable statistics for that set of data. This is for the TI-Nspire CAS is what I'm using, but you can use any sort of TI-Nspire and you're going to have the same sort of thing. So to start with, you need to make sure you're on your home screen. If you're not on the home screen, if you're on a calculate screen or something like that, just hit the little on the home button. And in this screen, you're going to have these little icons down here. We want to click the spreadsheet one to open a new spreadsheet. Now over here, I have a set of data. I've got the time intervals and minutes between eruptions of Old Faithful Geyser and Yellowstone. So what I'm going to do is, the unique thing about the TI-Nspire is you have to give the title, you have to give the column a label of whatever the data you're going to put in. I tend to call it A. It doesn't matter what you call it. I could even call it here time intervals if I wanted to. Give it a fancy name. It really doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter because you can't put spaces. I can put time interval. I would have to put the underscore there if I wanted to put that. But you can put in whatever you want. This equals sign here would only be if you wanted to have some sort of formula there. We're not going to do that for this. So start on row 1 and just enter your data in. It doesn't matter how you enter it. You can go column by column, the whole row. The order does not matter. So I'm going to type 98, hit enter. I'm going to go across the top. 92, 95, 87, 96, 90, 65, 92, 95, 93, 98, and 94. So you always want to double check and make sure you put in the data correctly. It's very easy to go through these really quickly and think you did it correct. But you want to make sure you double check, so I'm just looking back and forth. And I did enter the data correctly. So since I'm done with my data, I'm just going to come over here and full screen this. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is click off into the white space. Anywhere in the white space, it doesn't matter, just make sure you're off of your data set. Then you're going to hit menu and go to statistics, because that's what we're trying to find is statistics. Choose number 1, which is stat calculations, and the very first thing is one variable statistics. The number of list here is 1, because we're only doing one variable statistics. Hit OK. And the only thing you're going to change here is the X1 list. In our case, I named it time intervals. If you named it A, that's great. If you named it X, whatever you named it, just make sure you choose time intervals. And here you can say, you can put a frequency list if you had frequencies. So say you had a frequency for each of those time intervals. You can put that there as well. We didn't. And you can also put what column you want the results in. It's going to default to put it into the column that's right after this one. It really doesn't matter where you put it. And then just hit OK. So you're going to see all these statistics here. I see X bar, that's the mean. That's 91.25 in this case. That sigma X is the sum of the data points. So that's just if I took all those data points and added them together. Sigma X squared is the sum of the square of the data points. Sx here is your sample standard deviation. This is 8.85. Sigma X here is the population standard deviation. N is the number of data points, so we had 12 of them. The minimum value is 65. The first quartile is 91. The median is 93.5. The third quartile is 95.5, and the max is 98. I'm just using my arrow key to go down there. You can always use the scroll key to see those different pieces of data. This in particular is interesting because that's your 5-number summary if you're studying that, if you wanted to know that for some reason. And that's it. This is the sum of the deviations from the mean squares if you're interested in those for some reason. But that is your one variable statistics. So practice it, have at it. You should be able to figure out things from there with just one variable statistics.